Good morning. I'm on my way, y'all. I'm ashy and I don't know what this morning. Today's gonna be 80 degrees outside. I know what that means. People gonna be acting up. I can see it right now. Flip flop shorts. Kids ain't got no shoes on. People don't know how to act. People don't know how to act. I'm putting on my concoction that I made. I made this. This has. What does this have? It has shea butter. It has, what's that other stuff? Cocoa butter and some other type of stuff I put in here. And look, I don't know if you can see it. A Grey Poupon bottle. I like this bottle. I gotta make my friend some of this. Every time I do her nails, she be like, Betty, you gotta make me some of this. So what's going on today? I don't know. I'm feeling real. And I got these heels on right now, and I'm like, did I wear the right shoes? They go cute with the dress, but golly, it felt like it took forever for me to get to my car. Like I was just in a time warp. I'm like, these heels are slowing me comfortable cuteness. Like I don't know, I think this would be the last time I wear these heels. Them other black shoes that it will be donated, you guys. Donated. So today's going to be an awesome day, and today's going to be an awesome day for you too. You know why? Because we're claiming it. We are claiming it. Awesome things are going to happen. Great things, wonderful things, loving things are going to happen. Nobody's going to tell us that we can't do. We're going to do it. We're going to make some moves. Today's going to be the turning point of something bigger than big. But I felt like today, let me tell you something. First of all, I woke up late. I'm supposed to get up at 5:30. I didn't wake up until 6. And I'm like, I'm late. I'm all like, Nikki, get up. Boom, 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 boom. We all rushing around the house. I'm trying to get Symphony ready. And it's like the older she get, the more stubborn she's like, you got to get up. I don't have to get up. And so she's rolling over and I'm trying to put her socks and stuff on. Oh my gosh, it was a struggle. It was a struggle. Then after I drop her off, I'm running back in the house and taking Solo out. And I'm like, Solo, you better hurry up and go, or you're going to be one stopped up dog until I get home. And he's like, let me just sniff this real quick, mamas. I'm like, oh. And then I'm all just everything was behind today. It really, I'm on time now. I don't have to be to work until 9, but I like to get there early. You know what I mean? Just because. But anywho, did I realize, oh my gosh, I gotta get the daggone dog food and fill his water bowl up. And they put this new thing on the faucet to try to save water. But I'm trying to tell you, it take a good 5-10 minutes to fill that bowl up. That's a nice Tesla. It takes for what is so good about those cars, because they look like they're kind of small. Oh yeah, that's right, they drive on their own. What a wonderful thing it would be to be in a car that drives on its own. I wouldn't trust it yet, but if we had a straight shot, I'll be chilling. So anywho, by the time I got here's what I realized, the cats. I'm like, oh, so much to do. But I managed to make my coffee. So anyway, y'all, what are y'all doing today? Oh my gosh, the cherry blossoms are everywhere out here. And my good friend Anna had her baby boy. I gotta text her and be like, so what is his name? I have to go on what's his name. Because she was debating certain names for him. But she had a beautiful baby boy. It's so wonderful to see things like that, because I remember when she lost the twins. we were both in our depression state, and now I be looking at my girlfriends like, look at you with your beautiful baby girl, and she's on her second child, and she's on her second, third baby. It's like, it's wonderful. And I be like, man, do I ever see myself having any more children? I would like to have more children, but I just don't see it happening. Because first of all, you got to be with somebody to have kids. You dig? And in my situation, I don't think that's gonna happen. And I'll be looking at Symphony like, you know what? You could use a sibling. Maybe you could teach your sibling something. But anywho, so when I dropped Symphony off, she started coughing, right? I'm like, what you coughing? So I asked the sitter, I was like, you got some water? Like, cause she keeps sipping cups over there. And Symphony doesn't, when I give her water, I be like, here, she be like, ah, and she throws it like, no. And she say, no. So when the sitter gave her water, the sitter said aqua, baby. I don't know what she said, something in Spanish. Symphony just took it and sipped on it and was like, no. I'm like, what did you just say? I'm going to start using those magic words, because with me, she be like, my bye, I got things to do. But my cousin told me kids always act funny with their own parents. And I'm like, they act like, she said, and it's true, because, you know, being an aunt for a long time, my nieces and nephews, they will be totally different. But when mommy come around, they start jumping off the walls. They just start doing whiny things. And it's just like, you wasn't doing none of that until your mom came. But anywho, man, that thing looked like it don't have no handles on the door. How the heck do y'all open the door up then? Oh, don't tell me it's one of those cars where, do y'all see this? Look, let me show y'all. Look at the thing on that. And y'all can see the light blinking, but in real eyesight, you can't see that. I mean, you can't see the light blinking. Look, I don't mean to show that person's tags. I want one of those. I know y'all, it's a habit. I need to start putting my seatbelt on immediately. Especially in VA. Because you don't want Officer Cox pulling you over. So yesterday I was looking at, it's this preacher by the name of Gino Jenkins or something like that. He wear a bow tie. He kind of remind you of one of them I don't know, like Malcolm X type preachers or something like. They're not Malcolm Farrakhan. So I was listening to his stuff, right, and I was cracking up laughing. He said, Harry, I'm like, he be flowing. Some of the stuff he say he has truth, but some of the stuff he say be over the top. So it's another preacher, and both of these guys, from my understanding, are down south. But it's another preacher who has like two guys behind him, and he be like, tell him what it say in the book. He was like, see, God ain't doing that. I mean, but Slim be on point too. So evidently these preachers been exposing each other. And I'm just looking at this like, whoa. But they both have truth to them. But I think they get caught up. I don't know. I think they get caught up with all that gossip type stuff. I don't know. But that guy, what's his name? Gino, when he talked about the women coming up in the church where you could see their birth canals, I said, oh Lord. He went there, y'all. I was listening to some of this stuff, but I was just like, oh my gosh, Lord. And then, you know, okay, so he talked about stuff like this about women preachers, right? And this is how I feel about women preachers. I do believe that God has called men to preach in the Bible. But I also know this too, that God said in the last days he will pour out his Holy Spirit on all flesh, that your sons and daughters shall prophesy. So I do know that when there is order with everything, but I understand what he's saying, because there are a lot of women who think that they have authority as a man, and then you don't, if God has a word in your belly, then, and I'm not saying that God is not using you and that you are not able to go and speak to other people, but I got a thing too with I don't want to call them women preachers, because preacher, I don't know. I just think that there is certain order with that as well. And I do believe that. And he talked about it, but he went straight into it. I'm like, okay. He was going, and he went on Creflo Dollar. I mean, he was just going on everybody. Y'all was looking at this like, this dude is serious. And but I guess that's their church, that's what they do, but we mustn't forget what the whole what the whole purpose is. But he's one of them preachers that be exposing everybody. He be flowing on everybody. He went on, what's the comedian that got his own, Ricky Smiley? Ricky Smiley sent him a letter. It's like, I don't understand how you go on women who put on a wig and dress up and go to church after having a long day and this, that, and the third. And this preacher straight flowed and was like, yeah, you would take up for something like that when you wear dresses and dress down as women. And I'm like, whoa, but he had a point. Even though the man does it for comedy, but he had a point. I was like, I don't know what you said. I mean, I don't know. While I was sitting up here looking at this stuff, because he was talking about Creflo Dollar and the whole money prosperity preacher, and he was absolutely right about that. But then he started flowing on Creflo Dollar's wife, and women ain't supposed to be preaching, and this, that, and the third. And I mean, but he did have a point about some of these women. What he say? Some of these women preaching now, they put in the house furniture in the pulpit now. I was like, they do be doing that. I haven't seen them nice little, what are those love seat couches all in the pulpit? But okay, all right. So I'm sitting up here listening to this dude, but he does this thing with his voice, and he be like, wait a minute. If God said this, then hold on, dirty. I'm like, oh snap. But anywho, so I was just listening to that yesterday, and he was talking about, I mean, he was just going, man. Like, he was going, and he was going on like the women, the way they be looking when they come up in the church. I have people chasing me, inviting me, and still I can't with you right now. You have people chasing you, biting you, and stealing your cucumbers. I don't know why, but I just thought about ants when you just said that. But whatever, I'm not going to pay attention to your post. But anyway, getting back to what I was talking about. I was up here listening to this yesterday, and I'm like, this dude, he is straight flowing on everybody. I'm talking about everybody. I was like, okay. I mean, he's going, and what he does too is he's what I would call one of those. You know what? I thought about it, and I said, you know what? God created him for a reason, for a time like this. Sometimes you need certain people that put other people in check and give them the reality of the truth, and they can come off very harsh. And I've seen some of the videos, and I'm like, man, that was just overboard right there. That was just completely overboard. And their church believed that all the women need to have their hair covered, all the men need to be on the other side. And I'm like, each his own. As far as I'm concerned, my covering is Jesus. My ex-husband, or whatever you want to call him, he's still alive. So I don't have no man dictating to me what I should wear and which I should. God tells me, okay, I feel like this, that if you are indulging into something that like this one lady was explaining, like, if she broke a nail right then and there, she would be in church and she's like, I gotta get this nail fixed. He debated Muslims and a lot of false teachers. Yeah, I see him up there. He debated one guy. that was trying, a preacher that was trying to tell him how having sex with men is good, and he tore that guy up. He be like, come on, bring the Bible, hold on now. So, but it's certain things that he definitely has truth about, and some things he go a little bit overboard. But I'm like, every man has his fault, I suppose. But I mean, I feel like in certain situations, people look, okay, I know about people chasing you with cucumbers, but okay, anyway. So, the guy, he's pretty, when I was listening to him yesterday, I was just like, he's straight flowing on these people. So I saw this guy video when he was talking about the women. He was straight going on them. I'm talking about, he ain't show no mercy with him. I mean, it ain't funny. But Jesus, but see, the thing about it is, you need to know your scripture, okay? Because he started talking about these women look like hoes and all of this other type of stuff. But there was a man in the Bible, and I have to pull it up in scripture. Anybody knows scripture, put the comments at the bottom. But the Lord told him to marry a prostitute. So if somebody posted on his video, the Lord loves prostitutes too. He does. But if you don't know your word, a man like that can get up there and just start flowing on you, and if you in that type of lifestyle or whatever you're doing, it could make you feel like, well, what am I? You know what I mean? But I mean, what the guy was saying is truth, talking about how women show up and how they have no type of discretion. I could understand that, But hold on, remember this now, that God loved the world, that he gave his only begotten son. God is not to be mocked at, but he has a plan even for the prostitute. So, anywho, but I was listening to some stuff, and when I tell y'all I was cracking up laughing, I was just like, this dude is serious. Did you see about the baptism? No, I didn't see about the baptism. I know what I saw on some of the stuff, he been taking certain statues and like, this is not Mary, that's not Jesus. I didn't really go through those videos, but the one that I was looking at yesterday, people was writing letters, and so some of the elders was talking to him, and they'd be like, I'll challenge you right now. Oh, when he went on, when you know who he went on, what's your man, Joel Osteen? He called him a preacher. And guess what he touched the subject when they asked him about homosexuality? He said, well, you like, when he started doing Joel Osteen, I said, oh, nothing you do in the dark, what you do in the dark, it's going to come out in the light, and somebody's going to expose you. Somebody's going to say, because he straight ripped that dude up. I said, ooh. But then it's really sad to see him. I see how God is using him. I do. And it's a really, what's the word I want to say? He don't got no cut cards with it. If I had to compare him and the other guy, I would compare them to Saul. You know what I'm saying? Remember when Saul was out there just flowing on Christians at one point in time, and then God used them? I can see where God is using them, because he's basically telling you the truth. He's telling you the truth. But some of his stuff can be just way like, hold up. There's just no cut cards on it. But it's another guy too. I don't know who. I forgot this guy's name, but he sound like he from down south, and he always have these two guys behind him. He be like, open the book. There ain't nobody tell you could do this. And yeah, like, he be going like, what the book say? Like him and this guy, they go. And then I'm like, y'all gotta chill, because I can see the devil getting in both of y'all ears, so y'all can turn against each other. And I'm like, y'all on the same team now. Come on, y'all. But anyway, with it. So I saw one where he had the mannequins, And he was talking about your preacher not telling you about how you dressing when you coming up in church. The mannequins look like they were going to the club. The mannequins look like that. Y'all got to let me over because I'm not getting a ticket today. I'm just not. See how these people are so selfish? They don't want to let you over. And then as soon as you go straight, guess what? Whoop, whoop, you get pulled over, license and registration. These cops don't care. I be like, officer, please, just give me a warning, officer. Today was a day like license and registration. They don't care. Used to be back in the day. Okay, ma'am, I'll give you warning. Not today. They like, I got my kids to feed. I gotta fill my quota up. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to look up some more stuff. But there's certain things that he say that I agree with, and there's other things that I'm like, no, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. The Lord never told me about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all tripping now. You're tripping. And see, I be looking at myself too, because you know, a woman who is married and goes under that type of ministry like that, you know, she has to abide with her husband and he following the shepherd, I suppose, you know. So y'all doing the hair covering to honor God. Okay, God knows your heart. I mean, okay. But don't, you know, like all women don't do that. And just because all women don't walk around with sheets on their head does not mean that God does not have a plan for them or word from them either. Because in my case, I'm like, shoot, no man can say anything to me. And you want to know why? Because in God's eyes, I'm still married. So the only one that could ever say anything is the man that I married, or Jesus. You see what I'm saying? Or Jesus, or man. No, I don't feel any conviction for any of that. But if that's how your husband wants you to be, that's how you feel like it's going to be closer to the Lord, then good for you. But God didn't tell me to do that. He didn't tell me to do that. And I'm not going to sit up here and be like, well, you know, a woman needs to, like, God didn't tell me to do that. Well, you know, God told you that, but he never said that to me. Nope. I'm not feeling no conviction about that. No. Nope. Y'all, but look, I don't know, y'all. The other day, I had a very weird dream, and I think this dream had something to do with a pastor. I've never in my life dreamed something like this. But all I remember in the dream was there was a little girl. I think she was supposed to paint something. Animated girl, but it was like pieces. It was a background, but the pieces behind was, I can't describe it. The pieces were all over the place. Then I remember that she was supposed to be, or I was supposed to had did some art of certain things that I see, like maybe like a I'm gonna use as an example, because in a dream I remember it was like a gate. You know, has certain not a gate, but like a door, like a screen door that has like the glass, and it has like little shapes, like to paint those shapes from the door. But I knew that this painting, because this, I don't know what this was, but the dream switching, it was a man, and I believe that this man was a preacher. I believe he was a preacher. He was a man who was very prominent, or there was something about this man that I really, when I look at this dream, like he had some type of importance. He had a family. But I saw right across from me, and y'all listen to this, maybe y'all can understand this. There was something that opened up. It looked like it came out of a tomb, but the tomb wasn't like in ground. It looked like it was above ground. What came out of the tomb, it looked like, I cannot describe this creature. It looked like a woman who was mourning and was sorrow, but the bottom of this woman, it was deformed or something, or I don't know what it was. It kind of looked like a fallen angel. And he held his daughter like his family. He looked like, just go. The thing was upset with him. Like it's like as if he had been having relations with this, and he put this thing away or up. But when it came out of the, now this is my dream, when it came out of the freaking it wasn't a casket. It looked like a casket, but you ever see those like in Louisiana, it has like a grave, but it's like above and it's stone, and you move the stone top off. This thing emerged from it, and it was mourning, like it was crying. And I knew just by looking at it that this thing has been there for a long time. Like he forgot about it, but he should have never been mixed up with it. You know what I'm saying? I can't even say, it looked like messed up lookery. That's what it looked like. A freaking messed up fairy. Like the bottom of it would look like it was deformed or something missing. Wings look all broke up, and it was ghostly like. And it was crying. It was mourning, crying, and very upset. And it removed it, and it's like when the thing opened up, it came up, and it had long hair, and it like moved, it got out of the grave, and I felt like something was with it, but it got out of the grave, and it just started moving forward, but it was upset at him. And I don't know why in the dream I felt like he got mixed up in that, but he forgot about it. And the thing was upset with it. I don't know, y'all. When I tell you it's the most weirdest thing, I've only had 3 ghostly dreams before, and this was the 3rd one. But that wasn't no angel, man. It was not an angel. I don't know what the heck it was. And I keep asking, like, Lord, what it was? I don't know if it was these preachers are mixing themselves up with really demonic things that are coming back for them or biting them in the tail. I don't know what that was, but I will say this, is that thing was, I don't know, man. I can't even tell you. It was ghostly. It was a ghost-like figure. It looked like a fallen angel. It looked like a woman too, but the bottom of it was just completely dismembered. Like I just can't, it was just, I don't know what it was. And I found myself like, what the heck was that? What it was? He knew what it was. I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna just ask God and pray for revelation on that dream. It's just that when you get stuff like that, let me tell you something. When you get a dream when you're looking at something, because like the late John Paul Jackson would say, if you ever took yourself out of the dream, like could you take yourself? I could take myself out of the dream because I was only observing the dream. But that thing was demonic, man. It was sorrow. It was like, I don't know what the freak it was, but I know one thing. It was not human. It was not right. And it knew daggone well shouldn't have been attached to this dude. And he knew he was wrong too. I could see a daughter, and I can see a daughter, but I also knew that there was a woman in the background with him. I don't know if that meant it was his wife, but he knew, and he saw that thing come up from the daggone grave. And what it was, what's those things called? The little cement, not the cement, you know, the things that go on top of the grave. He moved it like it was like, she moved it, and it came up, It's like it conjured itself up. Like, I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was, but I don't know. That was a dream I had. And I'm still trying to figure out, Lord, what was that? What was that? Yeah, y'all. That was a weird dream. I had that dream like 2 days ago. But yeah, that preacher I was looking at yesterday, I was like, whoa. He uses the Bible as a freaking sword. He be slaying them down. You're not really supposed to be using the word just to debate people. Yeah. Remember, did you see about the baptism? They were in support to me. Yeah, that guy he ain't no joke. That's why y'all better know y'all word. Because if somebody women can't, I'll hold up. This is what the scriptures say right here. So what are you talking about? Ow. Man, today's going to be 80-something degrees today, honey. I got my clip-ons. Yes. I don't know if I'm going to survive with these heels, though. And to be honest with you, I don't know if I'm going to survive with these clip-ons. Because after a while, my ears be feeling numb. I'm like, this is not happening. They go right on my desk in the drawer. Yo, when I tell you God is so good, like I like the job I work at. I love the job I work at. It's just such a nice environment. And believe it or not, I like it because you can socialize, do your work, then you go home. I told Cynthia, I said, we're going to do something special. So I'm going to try to see what we're going to do. I really want to go to the Cheesecake Factory. I want to take my mother, but every time I turn around, she's busy. Sorry, y'all. I'm all looking through my bag to see if I have some snacks. See, everybody riding the daggone shoulder. Let me ride the shoulder, and then whoop, whoop, I get pulled over by Officer Cox. Look at these people riding the shoulder. See that? Let me get over and watch what's going to happen. License and registration. No. I've learned my lesson. I don't have time to be paying tickets. I need me a new thing, too. Y'all want to know my favorite perfume? Oh. Y'all want me to tell y'all? Jacques Bec. Oh my gosh. This is what dreams are made of. Look, I already got a different fragrance on. But if I ever want to feel happy, I say, squirt, squirt. Oh, today's a wonderful day. Jacques Bec. Look, they got all of this in French. I don't know how to speak this. Where's the English side? And Arabic at the bottom. Oh, this is my favorite perfume. My favorite. I said, Nana, this is what dreams are made of. She said, oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, it's a bus behind me. I have no choice but to be on the shoulder. Because even that bus is riding the shoulder. Y'all, let me tell you something. I like perfumes, but I really like when they smell good and make you feel good. I like perfumes. You could be like, oh man, this is a wonderful perfume. This is the number one perfume on my list is this perfume right here. This is the number one. The number. Everybody else talk about Flower Bomb and all them Nordstrom perfumes. These are the rares of the rares. I need to go to France so I can pick me out a signature perfume. I love me some good perfumes. You walk up in there smelling good, I'd be like, excuse me, what's the name of that fragrance? And some of y'all, some ladies be like, I'm not about to tell her, oh, I forgot. I just put anything on. And some people be like, oh, girl, this is Cartier. Cartier, you say? Which one? Because trust and believe me, I'll be on a hunt like Indiana Jones looking for the next best thing popping. Yeah, but I ended up getting a whole bunch of these samples. I actually got the big one from the and the reason why I found this is through the special store. I bought one at the special store. I bought some I bought the lotion and I said, oh, that smells good. I want to know the perfume. So I went online. The perfume is like 100 and something. They discontinued this perfume. So then I went back to the special store and I actually found the perfume. But I went online and ordered this. It is my favorite. It's my favorite. Man, people go hard these days. They'll put a dress on and some daggone heels and jump on a bicycle and just ride a bike to work. Getting a workout in. People go hard these days. Anyway, y'all have a great day today. It's the coffee, y'all. That's why I'm all over the place today. I'm on time too, thank you, Jesus. So y'all have a great day.